Hello, I'm Czardus. Sit back, grab some coffee, and relapse as we build in RimWorld. So we are continuing our Beginner's Guide series here, and we are continuing to get progress towards spring. That's what I'm really working on right now. We have a couple production things being put in. We're getting a hallway here and two production rooms. So we'll move our fabric tailor bench in and our stonecutters table into these rooms, and maybe the research table in somewhere too. And then we've got our rec room is under construction here as well. So we've got construction going on. And then I want to, once those things are done, I want to start prepping this area for animal domestication. So that is the plan, and probably get some more farming fields in here so that when the spring comes around, we're all set to go. But one nice thing is that our, well, actually the rice is now not growing. A moment ago, it did say that it had a growth rate, and I was going to say it's growing during the winter, but that apparently is not the case. But anyway, let's go ahead and skip ahead a little bit. Okay, we've got a mad cougar. I just paused the game. There is a local cougar who has gone mad and will attack anybody it sees. So what we want to do is we want to get these guys. Actually, let's get all of them on here. And the cougar, let's see, where's it gonna go? Is it coming over to the kill box? It might be. So let's get everybody inside. Check, the cougar is coming. That's gonna work out just fine. Yeah, this should not be a problem. And then we can undraft them. There they go. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Kill him, kill him. He got Tamila. Or no, he's attacking Vicky. Got one cougar bite, not too bad. Okay, undraft. Everybody can do their own thing now. Okay, I did just wake up Bakari because she was not tending Vicky's injury, but now I think that is done, and we had a transport pod crash. Let's see. That has somebody there, and Harry is still alive and doesn't have any terrible injuries, so that this female may be a great choice. Psychically sensitive, that means if there's any event that affects people's psychology, then she is more sensitive to that in good or bad. And chemical fascination, that just means that she'll want to do drugs or experiment with stuff like that. Skilled labor, incapable of a ton of stuff. Wow. Okay, but she's good at social and shooting. So there's not a ton of stuff here. I guess we'll go ahead and do this. Bakari can do it. Come out here. Capture Harry. We can always use some more people at this stage in the game, at least. I mean, they're not an ideal person for the colony, but not terrible. So I'm going to set her to recruit, and that will work. And in the meantime, we also just had a whole bunch of cargo pods land over here, crash landing down here with a bunch of caribou meat and a little bit of steel, but we can't do anything with that steel yet because we don't have the right equipment to break it down. We need, what is it called? The smelter to break that down. But in the meantime, we'll get that done. Bakari and Kreger's at night has been coming in here and mining like all this steel. We've got so much steel. We're gonna have to get it out of here. In fact, let's go ahead and set all of that to, it's already set to allow. They won't really move it out of the way, I guess. But anyway. Wow, and Harry has been recruited already. That was super fast. So we're going to go ahead and turn this off of a prisoner bed and make that Harry's bed, which means we need to get some more beds. But I think we'll just build them out this way, and that'll be fine. Let's go check the schedule, though. So, of course, we want to set all of these to 1. Doctor, yeah, we don't need Harry to be a doctor. Warden, definitely. And then handle, that can be 1. And hunt, no, let's go ahead on 2 for both of those. And probably, I mean, go ahead and be a, no, we'll do 3 on clean. Because a lot of that will end up getting done anyway, because she can't do anything else. I think she'll work out well. It's always good to have additional people. She does need a gun, though. And so, let's check a few things here. So, her shooting is 7. Mila is 2, so Mila can definitely get rid of her gun. Bakari, yeah, okay, so we're going to move Harry. I'm right-clicking and dragging over here. I like to put them in order with who has what gun. So Bakari is going to, we're going to switch some of these guns out. Bakari is going to drop the gun, if we can find Bakari. Where are you? There you are. Drop your rifle. Okay, now Harry, equip the rifle. And then Bakari has better shooting 5 than Mila. So Mila is going to drop the revolver, and Bakari can pick it up and equip that. And then Mila is going to get a knife, which we've got some stuff in here. Yeah, let's double check this knife. The steel knife can do 5.85 damage per second. What can the clubs do? 6.2. Okay, so actually, Mila, you can have a club. A steel club. Okay, so that should work. That'll get everybody switched up. And let's check and see what wildlife is available right now. We've got some stallions on the map right now, and an alpaca. Not too much to hunt, though. So that's fine. We'll go ahead and work on the turkey. Harry can go do that, and we'll go from there. You know, looking at this, I think this is going to be where I stop the storage room. We'll go ahead and get Stretcher in here. And because the storage room is going to be so important, we're going to go ahead and do marble here. And that can probably go... we'll just go like that. That'll get a nice setup here. And then we want to come in here and smooth these walls too. We had a rice plant die because of the cold. That's fine. Not too worried about that. Vicky is getting some building done, which is great. It'd be great to get this door in here, Vicky. Can you get this door, please? Thank you. Okay, and then once we have the door, let's go ahead and move these things into there. Yeah, we'll go like that. Could probably get one more thing in there. And we've got a raid coming in. They are attacking immediately, too. Just one person with a steel knife. Okay, not too bad. They'll come down here. Go ahead and get these 3, which are the ones with guns. Draft them and get them in position. What got dropped here? Smoke leaf joints. Okay. Here he comes. And probably is gonna die. No, downed. Okay. Death in 8 hours. That's okay. What have you got? Slow learner. That's okay. Jealous. Will want to have the best bedroom, which is a little annoying. Okay, I think that's all fine. And has relatively good traits. So the only problem is we don't have a prisoner bed currently. So we need to get one immediately. And what we'll do is we'll come in here and we'll just put a sleeping spot in here, I guess. And set that for prisoners. And then we can come in here. Vicky, you're going to collect him. Capture. And you two can be undrafted. Very good. Allow that. And Bakari, you're going to be needed soon to be doctoring. Okay, Bakari's already here, or no, Mila is doing the doctoring. That's fine. We're going to set this to recruit. And in the meantime, we need to queue up some construction as well. Stretcher. We want to go to walls. We can do wooden walls. And yeah, we'll just come right over here. And we have to move this as well. Move it out that way. We'll get a door in here as well. And as soon as somebody comes and moves this... Vicky. I can't right-click on that, apparently. I can't prioritize that? No. Okay, well, that's fine. Vicky, stop playing the horseshoes and move them. Oh, well. So one problem we have right now is that we did not put any heaters in. So one thing we want to do is come down to temperature, and we can put some heaters in, which will convert electricity to heat. So, no, I don't want it there, actually. Cancel that. I want it here. And then we're going to put some vents in, which will help the temperature get spread between these 3 bedrooms. So at least they will be sleeping in the heat. And then we'll need another one over here. We'll go ahead and put that there, and then we'll get another vent here. And then at least our colonists will be warm enough. Flots will not be. Flots will end up getting his own heater. So he? Yeah, male. Okay, we've got heaters in now, so the rooms are getting warmer. And that should be good. It's not ideal, but it will make things a little bit better for them. And in the meantime, all the rest of the construction can continue. Oh, good. They are moving the steel out of there, which is definitely something we want to see. They could put it here. Actually, that's dumping. We could come in here and put raw resources, yeah. You can put the steel there, guys. That's fine. And stone blocks. And Flotchy has gotten food poisoning. That's okay. I'm not too worried about that. Mila is getting some good meat there. Very good. Yeah, I think they're working on collecting this. It is deteriorating, although right now it's frozen, but because it's outside, it's deteriorating slowly. But their rooms are now warm enough that they won't get any mood downside, so that'll be fine. And we've got good amounts of food right now. That is one, always a concern, is make sure you always have enough food. So I've made a couple tweaks here to the priorities. We've got new lovers. We'll talk about that in a moment. But I took Mila off of hunting because she doesn't have a gun anymore. So that doesn't need to be there. And I just changed Vicky to a 3 on wardening. Actually, okay, Harry has 8 and Kreger's has 4. Let's go ahead and put Kreger's a little lower too. I'm going to take Vicky completely off of wardening. And Kreger's as well. No, I'll keep... No, you know what? Yeah, take him off. So Harry, I mean, Harry can do so little that I think Warden is a huge thing. We'll go ahead and set that to 2, though, even though it doesn't really matter. None of those priorities is going to matter because really it goes from left to right anyway, and that's just how we have the numbering for that one. So that is that. Now, lovers. Kreger's and tried to attract Harry by complimenting her generosity. Harry became aroused and agreed to become Kreger's lover. Okay, so now they want to sleep together, which is fine because we have a double bed here. Who does this belong to? Mila? Vicky, Bakari. Oh, they don't have double beds. Okay, so we're going to move. That's going to be a little bit of a problem because they have different schedules, but I guess it'll be fine. We're going to move Vicky into here. So which one was Vicky's bed? This one. So Kreger's and Harry have that bed now. And so they can sleep together. That will boost their mood. And yeah. So the only problem with that is because of their schedules, they don't sleep at the same time. So we're not getting any of that bonus. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to put Kreger's to sleeping a little bit at the beginning of the night, and then we'll go 2 hours on each side of this. So Kreger's is not going to get a ton of sleep on either, but actually what we'll do is we'll move recreation there, And we'll bring sleep farther this way. No, I guess it has to go this way then. That gives him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hours. Wait, how many? Yeah, that's not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is how many hours of sleep we want. And 6 hours of recreation, that's fine there. That should be okay then. 8 hours of work. No, we've got 10 hours of work in there. Oh, but now they're not. Okay. All of this is just hard to manage here. Let's do a little bit of recreation on this side then. So that is 8 hours of work. We want 10 hours of work. And then a little bit of sleep in there. There we go. Hopefully that will work. That'll get them in bed at the same time for a little bit. Hey, look at that. Our storage thing is done. Very good. Now, Vicky, I want you to focus on the... Oh, we're missing wood. We gotta chop down more wood. Orders. Chop wood. We're gonna work up here now in chopping. Because that's wood that we're gonna need to chop down anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and chop that stuff down. That will get some wood available. And then we'll be able to complete the construction. And one thing I was just thinking of is you can see Kreger's is out here planting some seeds. And it's the middle of winter, so a lot of these plants might die. So it's kind of a waste of time. But at the same time, we have the climate on this map that we're playing is just warm enough that it might be worth trying. And if we can get a head start on the growing season, then we'll get a lot more growth. And so that's why I haven't switched that off, but you could come in here and you could tell, okay, if you click carefully here, there, you can tell it not to sow during the winter, or like you can click it and then you have to remember when spring comes around to let it sow, let them sow. But in the meantime, then they wouldn't be doing it during the winter time. Yeah. So anyway, oh, now Vicky is working on this room, which is great. We need this done. And then we can get her working on a wooden bed in here. We have that one spot where we don't have the wall yet. Go ahead and put that there. Vicky, come and do this. Prioritize that so that we can get this bed in here. Because we want Flotchy to be comfortable. Vicky, come here and finish this. Thank you. Okay, and then this can be set to prisoners. And we're going to deconstruct this. So now Harry will come and move Flotchy over to an actual bedroom, which will be a little bit more comfortable. And you can see awful prison cell. Slept on the ground, that will go away. Slept in the cold, I guess we could fix that too. We need to get power over there, which is going to be a little bit of a problem. We're like a risk, I should say, because we... At some point, I mean, we don't have any floor here, but we do have wooden walls. So if something goes wrong with the power, then we will end up having a fire. But we should be able to get a heater in here. Like there. I think it'll be okay. A lot of the construction is done. And that's like all the construction we needed to do this winter. So I want to start getting some more growing zones out here. And actually first, I want to come in and structure. We want a wooden fence because we're going to get animals out here. And I think what we can do is we can just go ahead and go like this and get several pens in like this. And what I want to do is have each pen be a different animal type. We're going to get 3 of them in place. That's the water. I don't know. Here, we'll come along like this just in case. I'm not sure if the water, I mean, we can't build on there. I don't know if the animals can escape that way. But we are going to come in here. We'll go ahead and get some fence gates. The people can climb over the fence anyway. But we'll go ahead and get these in here. And then what we want to do is we want miscellaneous. We're going to get pen markers. And we can mark a pen there. a pen there, and a pen there. And then we'll have 3 different pens, and then our people can be there. Harry is at a shooting inspiration, so she will be a bit more good at hunting. Let's go ahead, and we had some rams come onto the map. She can go and hunt those. And then pretty soon we're going to set... We'll go ahead with the stallions. Could use horses and alpacas. The alpacas will grow wool, which will be good, and then we can use them for meat. The horses we can use for traveling around the map, but also for meat as well. Growing zone, we want to come in here, and I'm going to go ahead and get a few more growing zones in here. 2 more there. One of these, yeah, we'll go ahead with potato. And then I want corn, actually. Corn is going to be a big growth thing. And then we could probably switch. So corn has a big yield, but it is it grows slower. So if you get a disease on your plants, it can wipe out the whole crop, and there's more time at risk. So we're going to keep 1 thing of rice going, but the rest of these can be other stuff. And then I also want to get hay growing in each of these. So it might end up being a little bit of overkill to have a lot of these here. But if we set this to hay grass, and hay grass, that will provide some more food for the animals that are there. And also, once that is done, we'll build a few like shelters in here for the animals, and we'll put storage of the hay grass in there. And then that will provide, the hay will not go bad when it's inside. So that'll be really good. And we've got a group coming to visit. They do have some things to trade, so I want to check, who do we have on Warden? We have Harry. Harry has our best social skill, so Harry will be the one trying to negotiate. Are they stopping way up there? I guess they are. Come up here and trade with them, Harry. Oh, now they're coming down here a little bit. Okay, so what do you have? You've got survival meals. You have components. We'll buy the components right away. And this is good medicine. We'll buy that as well. So that is pretty much everything we can sell. I'm going to go ahead and sell these parkas and the clothes, because pretty soon I think we'll be able to make more, and then that will give us a little bit of money so that we can pay for these things. Very good. I'm going to set this ship chunk to deconstruct as we're making more progress out here. Vicky is almost done with this pen, and then we'll be able to start getting those alpaca in here. And very nice. The group gave us a gift of 107 silver. That was very generous. And that really helps us out. We now have a little bit more silver for future trades. And this pen is done. We're going to go ahead and we'll go to wildlife, and I'm going to set these to tame. So then Harry, I believe, will go out and work on taming those animals. Harry, yep, working on taming right now. And then eventually the alpaca will be moved in here. I'm also going to set all of this, not that, and not all of that. Yeah, okay, whatever. I was going to have all of this hauled, but I don't want everything to be hauled right now. I think that's too much work, and we don't really have the space to dump it. Which, another thing we could do is we could just dump a whole bunch of rocks somewhere on the other side of the wall or something to slow them down, slow down bad guys, but I think this would be fine. We have tamed an alpaca. We have our first alpaca. And the first thing I want to do is come in here and go to manage auto slaughter. So I want a maximum of, let's say, 2 adult males. And we'll have 5 young males. And let's say 5 adult females and 5 young females. So that may actually be overkill right now, but you want to try to manage how much food they're eating, because if you click on this right now, there's only 4.53 nutrition growth, and they're eating about 10% of that already for just one of them. So I think we probably are going to need to cut back on that a little bit. But it's also nice that it is growing during the winter. On some maps, if it gets too cold, that nutrition growth will go down to 0. And then your animals could end up starving. But we're going to try to counteract that anyway with the hay growing. Most of the construction is done, so what I want to do is come in here and we're going to get a couple of standing lamps in our rec room, and we can start to get some actual recreation in here. Let's go ahead and get a poker table, which is going to require cloth, which we don't have, but we'll kind of queue this up. And a billiards table as well. Put that over there, and then we'll get some chess tables. They can definitely be used. We already have, we do need some chairs here. I'm just going to come in here and copy this one. Same thing with the poker table. Get some chairs around there. Okay, so that will get to be a nicer room. In the meantime, we probably could get some floors in here too. Let's go ahead and queue that up too. Floors. And I'm okay with continuing with the marble tile. Get those in the bedrooms. And then we'll eventually get it in the rec room as well. But the marble tile, instead of a wood floor, will keep any fires from spreading. So like right now, the fire would be contained just in the wall, and that would be a little bit easier to take care of. Pen not enclosed. Oh, the other thing we want to do is we want to come in here and we want to select animals. We're going to pause for a moment and clear all, and I only want alpaca in this spot now. And right now, I want to keep clear all for that one. Yeah, not enclosed because that wall isn't done yet. But any alpaca will be sent to this pen instead of to this one. All right, so now Mila and Harry both tamed alpacas, and they are going to be brought into the pen. Here they come. So now what have we got? We've got 3 alpacas. We've got a male and, 2 males and a female. So that is really good. They're going to start to mate, and then that will be good. And Harry's broken the resistance of Flotchki, so that is good too. I think we're off to a really great start with this map. I'm very pleased right now. And we're preparing now for spring. We're just a couple days away from spring. I think this is a good place for us to stop. So be sure to click on the video on the screen now. It should be the next one in the series. If it's out, members get an early access preview, but it will eventually be public. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care.